A very good morning to everyone, esteemed members of the dais. On behalf of South Asian University family, I welcome you all. To begin with, may I request the distinguished officials to please join the dais. May I request the Honorable President, sir, to please come on the dais. Senior VP, to please, Professor Chaturvedi, Professor Jain, Registrar sir, esteemed members on the dais of the dais. वो कहते हैं कि दुनिया गोल है और जिंदगी 4 दिन की है. एक कहावत याद आती है कि राह में चलते चलते चौराहे का फिर से वही चक्कर आ गया. राह में चलते चलते चौराहे का फिर से वही चक्कर आ गया. अभी जनवरी बीती नहीं थी कि दिसंबर आ गया. It appears like a virtual sense of déjà vu that had it be a last month or a day that we are somewhere very soon observing the same first year of the new year. आज के इस कार्यक्रम की शुभकामनाओं के लिए, इस ग्रीटिंग्स के लिए, ये मैं डायस और ऑनरेबल प्रेसिडेंट्स से ही आपको ये ग्रीटिंग्स मिले, इसलिए उस शुभकामनाओं के लिए अभी हम इंतजार करते हैं. आज के इस कार्यक्रम में, आपके सम्मान के क्रम में, आपके ग्रीटिंग्स के क्रम में मैं सबसे पहले निवेदन करूंगा द वाइस प्रेसिडेंट प्रोफेसर चतुर्वेदी सर टू काइंडली फेलिसिटेट आवर प्रेसिडेंट सर. I request Registrar sir to please felicitate Professor Chaturvedi sir. I request Shri Rakesh Mohan ji, DF, to felicitate Professor Jain sir. I request Shri KDL ji, Superintendent Engineer, to please felicitate Registrar sir. आज के इस कार्यक्रम में, इस नई सुबह में स्वागत उद्बोधन के लिए मैं रजिस्ट्रार सर से आग्रह करूंगा कि वे आएं और अपने विचार हम सभी के समक्ष रखें.
Very good morning. Wishing you a very happy, prosperous and joyful year. Wishing you a very happy new year 2026. विवेक जी ने जैसा कहा कि अभी जनवरी बीती नहीं और दिसंबर आ गया, और मुझे ऐसा लग रहा है कि लास्ट ईयर जब हम इकट्ठे हुए थे सीएससी बिल्डिंग में, आई रिमेंबर वो मेमोरीज अभी तक फेड नहीं हुई हैं, और हम फिर से नए साल की सेलिब्रेशन के लिए या यहाँ पर सर के उद्बोधन के लिए सुनने के लिए यहाँ पर फिर से इकट्ठे हुए हैं. यहाँ तक कि लास्ट ईयर जब एक सोशल गैदरिंग गेस्ट हाउस में हुई थी और कल फिर से एक पावर पैक न्यू ईयर सेलिब्रेशन सोशल गैदरिंग हुई, तो ये दोनों ही इवेंट ऐसे लग रहे हैं जैसे अभी कल भी किसी ने कहा कि ऐसा लगता है कि लास्ट ईयर ही हमने अभी सेलिब्रेट किया तो दोबारा सेलिब्रेट कर रहे हैं. कल जब ये मैं कह रहा था पावर पैक सोशल गैदरिंग में डिनर के साथ में सर से बात हो रही थी, तो सर ने एक सूत्र दिया जो हमेशा देते रहते हैं. इसके पहले कि मैं सबका स्वागत करूं, मैं ये बताना चाहूँगा कि सर ने क्या सूत्र दिया. कुछ नया साल है, कुछ नया होना चाहिए. 25 चेंज टू 26 नाउ. चेंज इज इनएविटेबल, चेंज इज ओनली कांस्टेंट. और सर ने जो नया सूत्र दिया, नो गेन विदाउट चेंज. Sometimes change is painful, but sir insisted for gain change is required. We noted, sir, we noted your blessings. I remember one sloka from Bhagavad Gita. सबको मालूम होगा, सबको याद होगा, यदा यदा हि धर्मस्य ग्लानिर्भवति भारतः अभ्युत्थानम अधर्मस्य संभवामि युगे युगे. So whenever there is a crisis, Krishna comes and guide us to win Mahabharat. Similarly, hope you all remember, December 2023, one Krishna joined South Asian University. It's not a mere coincidence. His name is Krishna Kishore Aggarwal, Hon'ble President of South Asian University, who inspire us, motivated us to win our own Mahabharat. We welcome you, sir. We welcome you to this year, 2026. I also extend heartfelt welcome to our distinguished Vice Presidents, very humble, very learned, Professor Sanjay Chaturvedi ji, renowned academician, Vice President Professor Pankaj Jain ji. Warm welcome to all deans, very learned deans. Without them, university cannot run. We welcome you all deans, all professors, all associate professors, university officers, and my colleague employees. Each one of you, I welcome in this gathering. Let's celebrate this year, the year of change, 2026. Once more, I wish each one of you very, very, very happy, prosperous New Year 2026. I'll take few minutes. After me, one surprise is planned for you, so I will not detail over here, but little bit I'll speak. We all witness our campus. Our campus is a vibrant campus now. If you move around in the campus, see lot of flower. When we come out from our flat, in the balcony, what I feel today morning, it's not Delhi, it's Manali. Now, social life in the campus is also very vibrant, very live. It was a dream of our Honorable President. And last year, he reiterated many times, especially I remember when he was inaugurating a guest house, sir told, it is in a remote location, this SAU is in remote location, and therefore there should be a campus life. We tried our level best under the visionary leadership of Honorable President, and we'll keep on trying, we'll keep on changing, we'll keep on adding. In fact, university has excelled academically. The programs from last year increased from 17 to 27, which I'm not adding the executive PhD program. If we add that number, it is more than double, triple kind of. From the last 2 years, after joining our Honorable Krishna, the number of students has increased 3 times, from 600 to 1700. University has excelled in co-curricular activities. The beautiful ground is coming up, and I hope as soon as the graph 4 is out, the completion will take place. We'll be adding some more facilities very soon. It will enrich, it will increase the academic activity of the university. Our Honorable President always says, the most important in academic institution are the students, then followed by faculty. And therefore, the registrar office and registrar role and support is vital. I promise from this dais, from this podium, we'll extend maximum possible support, help to each one of the student, each one faculty, each one employees our vice presidents, our president. It's our commitment and it's our resolution for the year that will extend support to each one who are the part of the university. Last year we had one resolution, I remember. That was -5. I could achieve just half of that. Now we are setting one resolution this year, sir, and the new resolution for the university. And this year resolution which I am setting for myself, for the university, that the year of net zero. Net zero in terms of net zero waste, net zero water, net zero energy. This is a very, very high ambition which will not be able to achieve in a year, but we'll try to achieve. We'll drift towards that. We'll try to achieve it. That is the year of the net zero in terms of all these three. With this note of gratitude and celebration, I once again warmly welcome each and every one of you to this new year gathering. May 2026 brings success, joy, and continued growth to our university family. Thank you all, and Happy New Year.
Thank you, Registrar sir. एक कहावत है कि if we do not know from where we have come, how we can know where we have to go. हम में से बहुत सारे लोग इस बात के साक्षी होंगे, विटनेस्ड होंगे, जिन्होंने शायद इस कैंपस में एक बहुत बेबी स्टेप से इंस्टीट्यूशंस को बढ़ते हुए आज एक बिग लीप की तरफ जाते हुए हम सभी इसको देखते हैं. So I think before we congratulate to the entire administration, we must congratulate ourselves also to being witness all such cascade of events. हम कहाँ थे, कहाँ हैं और कहाँ जाना है, इसकी एक शानदार कर्टन रेजर, एक ग्लिम्स, एक कैस्केड ऑफ इवेंट्स हमारे पीआर डिवीज़न ने हम सभी के लिए तैयार की है. प्रोफेसर अमरीश जी और प्रोफेसर अविनाश जी के पीआर डिवीज़न के ऑफिस ने इसे बहुत मेहनत से तैयार किया है. तो आइए देखें हम कहाँ थे, कहाँ हैं और कहाँ जाना है. द जर्नी itself is so beautiful. The inner instinct somewhere try to convince that alas we shall not reach to our desired destination. The journey is so beautiful. उर्दू में कहावत है, तलाशो तलत में लज्जत मिली है इतनी, तलाशो तलत में लज्जत मिली है इतनी, दुआ कर रहा हूं मंजिल कभी ना आए. यहाँ पर कुछ सीनियर प्रोफेसर्स, स्टाफ मेंबर्स, साउथ एशियन यूनिवर्सिटी के फैमिली मेंबर्स, इस पूरे घटनाक्रम में कैस्केड ऑफ इवेंट्स में लास्ट ईयर कैसी खट्टी मीठी यादों के साथ रहा, उनके क्या अनुभव हैं, ऐसे अनुभव कथन कहने के लिए मैं आमंत्रित करना चाहूँगा प्रोफेसर SN गुप्ता जी को. आप एडजंक्ट प्रोफेसर ऑफ प्रैक्टिस हैं कंप्यूटेशनल बायोलॉजी के. आप कृपया आएँ और अपने विचार साझा करें.
Vivek ji was mentioning how the time passes actually, and I like to tell my real feeling about my association with the university. I have completed first innings already there actually on 30th, and I was not knowing that my term is getting over actually. Suddenly I got a letter that your term is over and now you are designated like this for your second inning actually. So that was a surprise to me. In fact, my 1 year had passed as if it was 1 month. That is a real thing coming from my heart, sir. And I'm really thankful to President Sir, Dr. Aggarwal ji, my mentor, my professor. Actually, I was a student 51 years back, 1974 actually. Since then I have been learning from him, taking his blessings, guidance, mentoring, and learnt a lot about this thing actually. As they wanted to tell about my experience in university, for last 1 year actually I was given the job of basically ICT. Actually that time ICT was lacking, it was in very bad shape, but I could not really do it actually, let me admit very honestly, President sir actually, and that is why I suggested that someone else have to be taken for the job, and I'm thankful to my ex-colleague Dr. Praveen Mishra who agreed to help us in that. And that made me free actually. The President sir told, okay, this university is there, infrastructure is there, platform is there, autonomy is there, power is there. So I want you to do something unique. Get something, get some funding, get some projects, get some, you can say, legends to the university, and that is where we decided to get STPI here actually, and 2 days back only, and I'm thankful to the team actually, they have captured it. Just 2 days back only the event happened. That was the exchange of MOU with STPI, Software Technology Park of India, which is a Ministry of Electronics and IT unit. And they had signed the MOU, now they have actually exchanged it, so it has come to the operational stage from today in fact actually. And the aim of the MOU, as you would have known, that they want to set up, and in the conference also Honorable President Saab in the presence of Secretary remotely also mentioned, the idea given by the President was that yes, STPI should come here, they should set up whatever they need, like they wanted to set up what is called a center of excellence, but we offered them the infrastructure and everything, and finally they have decided that whatever they will do in the university, that will be best in the country. There are 40 center of entrepreneurship in each state, capital, and many other districts also. But that is what, after getting the tour of the university also, they were convinced that whatever we'll do here, it will be best in the country. And during my second inning now, which starts from today, this will be my main project. In addition to that, Honorable President Sir, you have also given me the job of Quantum Computing Research and Capacity Building Center, because in the university everything have to be done with the education, research, or skilling or capacity building actually. That also I wanted to share, that how I landed in this quantum computing and how we decided to have a quantum computing research and capacity building center. One day Honorable President called me and he told, SN, something has to be done in the quantum. So I actually told, which was a fact, कि sir quantum का तो मुझे कुछ नहीं आता है. So he told, that is why I am making you the chairman of the committee. So that is the real thing, and I am still struggling with, of course, but we have made some headway there, and we actually, there were a lot of projects being offered to the AICT approved institution, IITs, and our team was telling, sir, we are not even eligible for this. So I went to the president and he told, we are eligible. Then he showed me some correspondence, he gave me some letter. Earlier we were not even applying for the projects because everywhere they had written you should be AICT approved or you should have this curriculum based on AICT and all that. And we did not have that. And finally, the Department of Science and Technology and National Quantum Mission, they agreed, yes, you are eligible, you are fully eligible. We applied for 1 or 2 projects also, and one project, of course, we made a cut to the final list, though we did not succeed, but we did a lot of learning actually. A lot of relationship have been made, and we will be applying for the projects again. That is one part of this quantum computing capacity building center mainly. A quantum lab has to be installed, and our objective was that we will get it funded. We will not spend our own money on that lab. And that will be my other project. In addition to that, 2-3 project, and with the STPI actually, my vision is, and that is my personal thing, which STPI also agrees, and Honorable President also have his blessing with us. Actually, we want to set up what is there in Harvard, a Harvard Business School for Public Administration and Governance. That is the only one in the world where a lot of our senior officers from the government has to go. And everyone cannot go actually. So then the Ministry of IT, which owns the STPI, they decided we should have a similar thing in India. Actually, they have a plan. They've hired a mentor also in the ministry to set up what is called a international capacity building center in intellect design thinking. So it is only one is there, and for government officers, and they have visited and they have seen what they will do here. They have hired an agency also. So that will be another great thing for the university actually, because government wants it should be in Delhi, because everyone cannot go to Washington, and in India the agency hired, they are in Chennai, so everyone cannot go to Chennai also. So they have actually shortlisted our university for that, though it is in the initial stages. Lot of work will happen for that, and it will be another unique thing through the STPI partnership. In addition to that, of course, lot of other things will also be happening. So that is what will be main KRA. In addition to that, we also tried actually to set up a lab for what is called multimodal business model innovation, BMI what they call. Not many universities in the country have actually, according to me. I'm Kozhikode or one more university have what is called a business model innovation lab actually. It is something unique thing, and we are in touch with the professor of University of Aarhus in Denmark actually, who visited also the university, and he has invited some of our faculty also to see the lab. It can do wonder in the training in management actually, and training in anything for that matter, any business, any entrepreneurship. So that will be another project which I'll be associated. But more than anything else actually, as Vivekji have been mentioned and Dr. Soni also mentioned, bringing vibrancy actually, and that will be my personal offer to do actually. I, in the club or in the infrastructure, I want to set up a court of pickleball. As you know, everywhere pickleball. And last year I was discussing with the President sir, that time I was not even a part of faculty. When I told him, he told, yes, SN, I've seen, I've read, and I think no university have a pickleball court. That was 1 year back, and he told me, yes, bring the project. Let's do it. Of course, I failed in that. I could not bring the project yet. I discussed with Mr. Kedial Saab. We have now identified some location also. So that will be my personal, you can say, offer to set up that pickleball court in the university in my second innings, which starts from today. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much, sir. We have just heard the experience from Professor S.N. Gupta, sir. And sir has served in a very important capacities, like priorly he happens to serve as an ex-principal advisor, TRAI. And currently he is the chairman of Quantum Computing Center Core Committee. Now moving towards we request Professor Senthil Kumar sir to please share his experience. Sir is a senior professor in the Faculty of Life Science and a known liver biologist.
Thank you, Dr. Vivek. I warmly welcome you all for this 2026. Happy New Year to all. And Honorable President and vice presidents and registrar and all other my colleagues and officials. Thank you for giving this opportunity, and also I welcome you all. I am going to share my experience last year. So there are several good things happened. So I'll start with one by one. One is in the end of first year of president, he floated the idea of making BSMS program. So we were involved and we successfully made the program, and it was implemented in July. So that was one very good thing, what President's vision, that he wanted to start, and it started. And I think we are successfully running till now, and we hope to expand this for further. That way I am very happy about it, and I would like to thank once again. Happy New Year to all. Thank you.
थैंक यू प्रोफेसर सैंथिल सर। और आइए अब चलते हैं लॉ के एक्सपर्ट को सुनते हैं, उनके अनुभव कथन। प्रोफेसर रितु गुप्ता मैम, मैं आपको आमंत्रित करना चाहूँगा, आप आएँ और अपने विचार हम सबके बीच साझा करें।
सभी को नमस्कार और वेरी हैप्पी न्यू ईयर। So many things have already been said and I am too new to the system, but since the podium is open that we should share our experiences, and under the dynamic vision of Honorable President Sir and his team at the administration, what I have witnessed in last 6 months, I joined in July, so it's one semester. Of course, one thing I'll agree with everybody, the time really flew. So I came from a single discipline, National Law University, Delhi, and here in this multidisciplinary system, I must acknowledge that in addition to my colleagues at law faculty, I found amazing team of colleagues here in the other departments who are really working hard. I have just seen we started with that distinguished lecture series, that presidential distinguished lecture series. I found that really interesting, informative, and that was one of the platforms where all of us interacted. The kinds of activities we just saw, that 1 year's the video that was played here, so that media team, PR team, everybody is working to best of their capacities. I have been entrusted with this responsibility of the Center for Collaborations and Outreach, International Collaborations and Outreach. So I would request everybody, whatever suggestions and the ideas that you have, since we sit together, only then all those ideas we can nurture and we can expand. So the objectives with those things that I had in my mind when I applied at South Asian University was that international texture. So I think that is one area where we really need to work hard. But I have always seen Professor Chaturvedi, who is working and talking in this direction, and of course what should I say, rest other things, too many new additions in terms of infrastructure, faculty members and all other staff members. So I hope that in 2026 we carry all those things forward and have those streams come true, and let's resolve that we make this a better place in terms of living and academics and earn the name that we think South Asian University should achieve. Thank you so much, sir. Yeah, thank you.
I request Mr. Malaysia sir to please come forward and share your experience with us.
Honorable Presidents of, esteemed Vice Presidents, Dynamic Registrar, learned Deans, teachers, and my dear colleagues. Good afternoon, and wishing you all a very happy and prosperous New Year. As you all know, a rich person may be respected in his own town or village. A king may be respected in his own kingdom. But a person of knowledge is respected everywhere. The rich person fears that he may lose his wealth. The king fears that he may lose his power. But the person of knowledge fears nobody, because no one can steal his knowledge. One can conquer the whole world with knowledge, not with weapons. So, therefore, the knowledge is power. So, that knowledge Professor Aggarwal Saab, the Honorable President, is a person of knowledge, person of vision, and with his knowledge, with his experience, with his stature, and with his diplomacy, he could make the South Asian University a lively and lovely place by expanding so many things in 2025. To say, actually in 2024 we had 600 admissions. In 2025 we had 1100 admissions. Now the strength has gone to 1700 plus. Now let me make one more comparison. In 2024 PhDs, 28 PhDs were awarded and 5 MPhils were awarded. In 2025 42 PhDs were awarded and 3 MPhils were awarded. You could see the difference. Not only that, not only expanding in terms of number intake, and so many new programs he has launched, and so many facilities. You can see adjacent to the admin block, wonderful sports complex is being constructed, and so many other facilities like guest house became operational, so many other buildings became operational. In the guest house, swimming pool, yoga center, and cafeteria, and so many things. So all these things, so we are very thankful to him. Not only that, his team, whether it is vice president, deans, everybody immensely contributing. So for that, actually guiding force is required, and vice president's office is a wonderful guiding force. Expansion, I said, not only in terms of facilities, expansion in terms of strength. There is massive expansion of massive expansion in terms of numbers. So many faculty, new faculty have been recruited, so many administrative staff have been recruited, and so many centers have been established. There is so much of value addition. There is qualitative as well as quantitative change when compared to 2024. So there are so many changes in 2025. Let us hope the so many changes will be there, qualitative and quantitative changes will be there in the 2026. And there was actually only one unfortunate event that had happened in 2025. Actually, we had lost our first employee who served the institution for 14 years. We lost Mrs. Seema Gupta. I should acknowledge that. So other than that, I could not see anything. There may be minor things, but there are so many good things. We are very thankful to our senior management, and let us hope for the best. So thank you very much for giving this opportunity. Thank you one and all. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Malaysia sir. So in the continuation of experience sharing, may I invite the last speaker, Miss Vidhi Nagi.
Good morning, respected Honorable President Sir, respected faculty members, officers और मेरे सभी colleagues. Happy New Year to everyone. My name is Vidhi. I am working at outsourced staff as South Asian University. आज मैं पिछले 1 साल का एक्सपीरियंस आप सभी के साथ शेयर करना चाहती हूँ. इस 1 साल में सिर्फ मुझे काम ही नहीं सिखाया, बल्कि खुद पर ट्रस्ट करना, रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज समझना और हर सिचुएशन में स्ट्रॉन्ग और कैसे चीज़ों को हैंडल करना है, ये सब मैंने यहाँ से सीखा. मैं दिल से ऑनरेबल प्रेसिडेंट सर को थैंक यू कहना चाहती हूँ. उनकी लीडरशिप गाइडेंस की वजह से साउथ एशियन यूनिवर्सिटी एक सेफ, रिस्पेक्टफुल और पॉजिटिव वर्क प्लेस बना, जहां हर एम्प्लॉय को ग्रो करने का मौका मिलता है. आई विल ऑल्सो लाइक थैंक यू माई सीनियर्स, देयर सपोर्ट्स एंड गाइडेंस. उनकी हेल्प से मैंने प्रेशर में भी काम रहकर काम करना, अपनी ड्यूटीज को अच्छे से हैंडल करना सीखा. दिस 1 year हैज रियली चेंज मी, नॉट ओनली एज एन एम्प्लॉय बट ऑल्सो एज अ पर्सन. थैंक यू सो मच फॉर दिस अपॉर्चुनिटी. वंस अगेन हैप्पी न्यू ईयर टू एवरीवन.
आपकी इस एक्सपीरियंस शेयरिंग में एक बहुत अच्छी सी मासूमियत हम सबको देखने को मिली. आपको बहुत धन्यवाद. मे आई रिक्वेस्ट द वाइस प्रेसिडेंट प्रोफेसर चतुर्वेदी सर to kindly share his word of wisdom with us.
Honorable President Sir, Professor Pankaj Jain, Dr. Soni, all esteemed colleagues, first of all, a very happy, healthy and peaceful New Year to all of you. I stand in front of you in all humility. Emotions seem to have overtaken thoughts, and all that I can say is that, very rightly pointed out earlier, that it is so important to be always mindful of where we were before contemplating where we are. And equally important to have clarity about where we would like to be. And I think this is where we all realize the importance of ability, ambition, going hand in hand but guided by a vision. Organizations are collectives. And collectives are composed of individuals. The success of our university needs no mention because it is so obvious. But the hard work and labor and commitment that has gone into it sometimes does not get the visibility that it deserves. I wonder how many of us would like to visualize a day with the president. I was very fortunate. I could not have asked for more in my academic journey, which now is going to end in about 3 months from today. Then to have this opportunity of spending time in the office of the president. I was the first one with my wife to move to the new campus, and I will always remain very proud of that decision, because I have become over these years an integral part of what I honestly believe is SAU community and SAU family. I have felt that oneness. But I am also very fortunate that I got the opportunity to see a president who arrives, I think he's the first one to arrive in his office. He walks into his office and he carries with him, those of you who have had the honor and the privilege of seeing him, he carries a piece of paper. And on that paper, you will see not even a millimeter of space unutilized, and it is full. And sometimes I see him in the evening at about 6:30, maybe sometimes 6:45. I do not dare to leave the office before the Honorable President does, and sometimes I wonder, why so late? And I see him and I find him as fresh, as energetic, as energizing as he was when I met him sometimes in the morning. And then I ask myself a question that we go by the visibility of success, but we do not appreciate enough the hard work and sacrifice that goes into its making. So my first very humble and warm acknowledgement, anchored in a deep sense of gratitude to the Honorable President, is that thank you, sir, for all your sacrifices, all your hard work that you have put in. I have observed him without any favor or fear. 40 years of long academic journey. My only regret in life today is, of course, besides having lost my relations, very close relations, my parents and so on, is my only regret is that I was not his student. I wish I was his student, because even today when I listen to him, I feel mesmerized. I feel overwhelmed. So here you have a president who is not just the head of the institution, but he is the head of a family. My only request to all of you would be that please, as you appreciate the sacrifice that he has made and continues to make in bringing us where we are, and I'm absolutely no doubt that we have an absolutely brilliant future as a collective, as an institution, please let us keep asking ourselves this question, that what is it that we can do for South Asian University? In addition to, of course, asking, which is very natural, what has SAU done for us, and what SAU can do for us, and what SAU do for us. Because I've always felt very intrigued by this expression, you the administration. And being a teacher myself, I've always wondered that if I'm a part of the administration, what does it mean to have this expression, administration? And I have realized that each one of us is administration. We are performing our own responsibilities. Responsibilities come with a sense of accountability. And this is a great institution because of the fact that each one of us has that sense of commitment, but this commitment will remain latent. It will not be activated unless and until you have a visionary leader. So I want to thank him from the core of my heart. I want to thank each one of you for making me feel that I have been a part of SAU family and community. I wish each one of you great success, lots of happiness together as a collective. And I have absolutely no doubt that holding each other's hands, led by a visionary, led by a wonderful human being, I've always wondered from where does he get his big-heartedness? I mean, he's such a, I should not be saying that. They say in Hindi, chota muh badi baat. But I don't think I will have another opportunity to say what I want to say. It has been a great honor, sir. It has been a great privilege. Thank you very much. And I want to assure you on behalf of each one of us sitting here and those who are not here, that we will continue to remind ourselves of the sacrifices that you are making. And we promise you that each one of us will own the space and the place that is South Asian University. So, Happy New Year to all of you once again.
Hearing you took us to the deep psychological and emotional precipice, touches to the very deep layer of our heart. Thank you so much. And you truly mentioned our President Sir as a head of family. एक छोटी सी कहानी याद आती है जो आपके अनुभव कथन से, आपके इस मार्गदर्शन से हमें ध्यान में आती है। एक किंगडम में एक राज्य के बाहर एक कल्पवृक्ष था, बहुत बड़ा सा वृक्ष था। कल्पवृक्ष के बारे में हम सब ने सुना होगा। उसके नीचे बैठ करके जो भी विश मांगी जाती है वो पूरी होती है। उसके नीचे 3-4 सन्यासी साधु तपस्या कर रहे थे। राजा घोड़े से वहां पहुंचा और उन्होंने कहा, आप मेरी सीमा में बैठ करके तपस्या करते हैं, आपकी हालत देख करके मुझे बहुत दया आती है, बताइए मैं इस राज्य का राजा हूं, आपके लिए क्या कर सकता हूं। उन दुबले पतले और अपेरेंटली माल न्यूट्रिटेड साधु सन्यासियों ने कहा, राजन हमें कुछ नहीं चाहिए, यदि आपको हमसे कुछ चाहिए हो तो आप बता दें। राजा सुनकर के बहुत आश्चर्यचकित हुए कि जिनके पास देने को कुछ नहीं है, जो खुद शायद बहुत भूखे हैं, वो मुझे क्या दे सकते हैं, मैं तो राजा हूं। उन साधुओं ने जो बात कही, उन्होंने कहा, हमारे तप से यह कल्प वृक्ष ऊर्जामान होता है, इसके अंदर वो ताकत आती है, ये हमारा ही तप लेकर के कल्प वृक्ष ये एनर्जाइज करता है, ताकि ये इस पूरे राज्य को जो भी इसके नीचे बैठ करके मांगे वो पूरा हो। मुझे लगता है सर, आपकी हेडशिप में ये आपकी ही तपस्या है, जिसके कारण उसके हम सभी ऑर्गेनिक यूनिट हैं जो यहां जो भी मांगते हैं, जैसा सेंथिल सर ने भी कहा, एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव विल, पॉलिटिकल विल, एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव गवर्नेंस का जो मॉडल हम देखते हैं, वो शायद आपके ब्रेन चाइल्ड हैं, जो आप ये तपस्या करते हैं उसका फायदा मिलता है। इसके अगले क्रम में मैं प्रोफेसर पंकज जैन सर, वीपी सर, आपसे आग्रह करूंगा कि आप अपने विचार हम सभी के मध्य में साझा करें।
A very good morning to all of you. Honorable President Professor Aggarwal, my fellow Vice President Professor Chaturvedi, Registrar Saab, and all my colleagues from teaching and administration. To begin with, a very warm welcome and a very happy, prosperous and healthy New Year 2026. डॉक्टर विवेक ने शुरुआत की थी कि दुनिया गोल है और जिंदगी 4 दिन की है, और बीच में एक सेंटेंस बोला कि द ओनली कांस्टेंट इन दिस वर्ल्ड इज चेंज। इन सब बातों में मुझे सिर्फ मैथमेटिक्स ही दिखाई दिया, because you know I belong to mathematics and I try to see mathematics wherever I can. Okay, so we have left behind 2025 and we are now into 2026, and those who have been here for several years and would agree with me that we have seen a lots of ups and downs in this university. Sometimes, you know, we were so prosperous that whatever we could ask, we got. And we have also seen those days when in the last week of the month, we were thinking whether we will get our salary for this month or not. So we have seen all those phases. For several years, we were, you know, headless, there was no head. Then, जैसा डॉक्टर विवेक ने कहा कि कृष्ण जी हमारे यहाँ आए और चीज़ों को संभाल ली, दिसंबर के महीने में आए तो शायद वो सांता क्लॉज भी हो सकते हैं। सो आप नाम चाहे जो मर्जी दें उन्हें, लेकिन वो हमारे लिए वो बन के आए जो हमको, जिसकी बहुत ज़्यादा, सबसे ज़्यादा आवश्यकता थी। एंड जो नए फैकल्टी मेंबर्स हैं या जो हम लोग काफ़ी पुराने हैं, वी हैव विटनेस्ड द चेंज आफ्टर ही जॉइंड अस। मलेशिया जी ने जो हमको डेटा दिया, जो स्टैटिस्टिक्स दिए इन टर्म्स ऑफ नंबर ऑफ स्टूडेंट्स, in terms of PhDs, in terms of number of programs, and now if you see that in terms of number of faculty members, we are doubled. जो बहुत टाइम से नहीं हुआ था, नॉन टीचिंग स्टाफ के प्रमोशंस वो भी यहाँ पे हुए। तो ये सारा चेंज जो हमको मिला, वो हमारे विजनरी प्रेसिडेंट की बदौलत मिला हमें, और यही हम चाहते हैं कि ये उनका आशीर्वाद या उनकी सपोर्ट, उनकी कमिटमेंट, उनकी एनर्जी वो यहाँ बरकरार रहे। एंड फॉर दैट ही नीड्स सपोर्ट, और वो सपोर्ट कहाँ से मिलेगा? वो सपोर्ट हम ही देंगे उन्हें। एंड बिना इस सपोर्ट के we cannot see the future of the university. नए साल में हम कुछ अपने कमिटमेंट्स करते हैं, रेजोल्यूशन लेते हैं, we set our goals and we try to achieve those goals. You know, it reminds me that once a student asked his teacher that what is more important, destination or the path? जो हम सेट करते हैं रेजोल्यूशन वो इम्पॉर्टेंट है या जो अचीव करने का पाथ है वो इम्पॉर्टेंट है? द टीचर सेड नन ऑफ दम इज इम्पॉर्टेंट, कंपनी इज इम्पॉर्टेंट. नो मैटर व्हाट यू एम फॉर, नो मैटर व्हाट path you take, if you have the right company, you will achieve whatever you want. So we want to give company to our Honorable President. Then whatever goal we set, the goal will be set in a right place. Path will be set automatically. So if we have our undemanding company to him, then we can achieve anything. मैं एक जो इम्पॉर्टेंटली जो नए फैकल्टी मेंबर्स हैं उनकी स्ट्रेंथ को मैं थोड़ा सा कहना चाहूँगा. प्रोफेसर चतुर्वेदी वुड एग्री विथ मी. अभी जितने रिक्रूटमेंट फैकल्टी मेंबर्स के हुए, असिस्टेंट प्रोफेसर्स में तो सब इंटरव्यूज़ में, लेकिन बहुत सारे सीनियर अपॉइंटमेंट्स में भी प्रेसिडेंट वाज नॉट सिटिंग इन द इंटरव्यूज. एंड आई माई सेल्फ sometimes directly, sometimes indirectly try to ask him that do I have some direction, because in most of them I was there as a selection committee member. Professor Chaturvedi तो हर selection committee में थे. So I was trying to find out whether I have to look at something, कुछ मुझे ध्यान रखना है. सर का एक ही सेंटेंस होता था, I want the best. और ये आज के ज़माने में कहीं नहीं होता है. So those faculty members who have joined, they should feel proud of themselves that they are the best. And if you are the best, then you should continue to do the best. And if such is the situation, I am sure that our university will grow like anything. So without taking much time, I would just end here. मैं ये नहीं कहूँगा कि आपको वो सब मिले जो आप चाहोगे. मैं सिर्फ ये कहूँगा आपको वो मिले जो आपके लिए ठीक हो. Thank you very much.
Many thanks, Professor Jain sir. Now the time has come to receive greetings, blessings from the head of the family, a torch bearer, a frontliner, a true academician, stalwarts, statesman, and a protagonist. None other than our beloved President, Honorable President Sir. Sir, we are eager to hear from you. Thank you, sir.
My dear colleagues, first of all, wish you very happy 2026. And we pledge, all of us, that 2026 will be better than 2025, and so on. I have been a student of quality engineering, and I have always defined quality only in one sentence. If my today is better than yesterday, and if I promise my tomorrow will be better than today, that I am on the path to quality. There is no other definition required for any individual, any organization to be on the path to improve, to path to grow, if we have this simple one-line mantra with us. I'm so grateful for what I have heard this morning. It made me a little more emotional, but nonetheless. When I joined the teaching profession in 1968, one of my friends told me, it's very good to be in teaching profession because you are always surrounded by young people, and that's a great thing in life. Today, when I'm fortunate enough to be the president of this great international university, I'm so happy to see so many young faces amongst the faculty of this great institution, and I wish they continue to come forward and make sure this university grows in their hands. Some of them may spend 30 years here, may spend 25 years here, and I am so happy to be assuring myself that the university is in safe hands, our university is in very good hands, and it will continue to grow. As Dr. Jain said, yes, I have always been trying wherever I have been to make sure that the faculty we have is the best, because universities are known by good buildings, good equipments and everything, but finally universities are built by faculties and faculties alone. Officers may matter, buildings will matter, equipments will matter, furniture will matter, but I have not known any university in the whole world which has grown exceptionally well without the faculty doing the maximum. So I once again call upon all of you to make sure that you continue to do better and better for all times to come. What the society expects of us, what nation expects of us, what international world, particularly the SAARC region, expects of us. Friends, last year was very eventful. Some data has been told by our very committed officer, Mr. Malaysia, and others. But more important is a few qualitative things which we have been able to do last year. I think one course which has been mentioned is BSMS course. It's a very unique experiment, I would say, at the moment. Time will tell whether the experiment really proved dividends or did not achieve the purpose to the extent I envision. But to whomsoever I have talked in the scientific world, including the principal scientific advisor to the country, everybody feels that this is a great experiment which we are doing. In this country, we had produced physicists, chemists, mathematicians, biologists, and then further specialists, tissue culture specialists, animal specialists, this, that, but we had not produced scientists. And therefore, the view of the application of the science was missing to a good extent, and with the result that many of the problems we were not able to solve because the various dimensions of knowledge, particularly the various dimensions of science, were not appreciated. Nobody would have the capacity to know everything, but at least appreciation of various disciplines was a must, which was missing. I urge the faculty to take this course to its logical path, ensure that we give to the country what looks like unique. I have learned that many universities have already started thinking that they should follow us. But before they do that, and they are most welcome to do that, I believe the type of faculty we have, we definitely owe the best to our students, and we do that. Second was our strengthening of BTech course last year. It was very, very heavily subscribed last year, with some difficulties of getting adequate faculty despite our best efforts, and we're making another effort again within next month or so. So despite the shortage of faculty at some points, the department did its best, and whatever feedback I have from the students, it's great going. But nonetheless, we cannot be complacent, and we will have to make sure that this course, which is numbers wise, probably in another 2 years' time, this may be half the university. We really deliver the best in terms of what is expected of the society. We started a third very new experiment, the Center for Climate Change, Green Transition and Sustainability, which is again a need of the region and not been taken very seriously. It's good that we have taken it up. The first experiment, first admissions seem very promising, but we have miles to go. This year, we so far plan, whatever I have calculated, the back of the envelope calculations, I think quantity wise we have almost reached the level of the capacity of our buildings we have. So we will now start with some small experiments, not very large numbers. And this year what we have planned is LLB course. So far this university has made a great name in LLM. For a university which runs only LLM and still becomes that popular in that subject, having students placed all over the world in the very good capacities. We were not starting LLB for a reason of a technical reason that all the countries should be taken on board. We are finding solutions to that, and I'm very sure we should be able to do that this year. Journalism in its broadest sense, we are hoping to start next year, again with limited numbers but with a niche of our own. Short of that, I have some proposals on intelligent transport system. We have some proposal on communication development, sociology and media combined, and so on and so forth. So we'll give them a shot with small numbers. So our priority now will not be looking for a course where I can admit 500 students. Our priority will be to go in for those niche areas where I might be satisfied with 50 students, 40 students, but deliver what nobody else is doing, at least in India, if not in the world. That's the niche we are looking forward to. All that will require a lot of effort on your part, lot of vision on your part, lot of experimentation on your part, lot of change thinking on your part. I think I used a sentence and everybody had quoted us, change is necessary. But I also must say, change is necessary for any good thing to happen. But every change does not necessarily result into good things. So we have to go and be open to change, but keep on evaluating ourselves. And at any point, we find that this decision of mine has not been in the right perspective, there should be absolutely no hesitation to withdraw it, come back to it, reverse it. It's a flexible word. We do not now go on the previous British kind of administration where decisions are taken and they are stuck to whether they make sense or not. It's a very flexible world today, and things are changing so fast. So if your decision also has to change, there's nothing wrong in it. There's nothing shameful about it. There's nothing to regret it. Only thing is, you should be wise in whatever you are doing. In that point of time, you might change. Every word is contextual, word is temporal. with time things change, with the context the situations change, and we should be open to those changes, and I'm sure we are going that way. Physical infrastructure has improved a lot, which has been mentioned and has also been shown by a surprise media clip which has been shown. I'm proud of the hard work put in by our office, engineering department in particular. I've been saying our engineering department is almost like a disaster management team, that whatever happens, tell them. कुत्ते भगाना है तो इंजीनियरिंग का काम है, ये रोकना है तो इंजीनियरिंग का काम है. But they have always come, risen to the occasion, done that. When the university grows, challenges are many. And our greatest challenge continues to be non-availability of hostels, which is a very great challenge. I am pursuing with the ministry. I am very sure we will be able to start 2 mega hostels within a few months, at least the sanction or something like that. Because of some governmental structures, PWD and all that, sometimes things do get delayed, but then that's a part of the system to which we belong to. I promised last year that we'll meet in the auditorium next year. We could not do it, despite all the best efforts. Then we settled in for a smaller auditorium and we were to meet there today. Something happened last month and we probably are delayed by another 15-20 days. Once that auditorium gets ready, we'll have a repeat of this session, maybe in that auditorium once again, to keep up our promise. Friends, I'm extremely happy over the acceptability of the university the world over. Almost all the SAR countries are now very highly appreciative of what's going on in the university. When I talk to them, I really accept all the appreciation on your behalf of the SAU, and the types of sentences which are talked about SAU in other countries makes us feel proud that we are really going in the direction for which SAU was set up. SAU was never meant to be another good university. Yes, we have to be a good university, but we have to have a regional focus in mind. And that's being accepted, that's being appreciated. Most of the countries which had almost withdrawn from this university have come back to it, are now supporting us, are helping us, are being with us, being very appreciative of what we are doing, and that's a very good sign for this university. Even from the level of the ministries, as Dr. S.N. Gupta said, just day before, we had a Ministry of Information and Electronics and Information Technology event here in this very hall. As a matter of fact, this hall was supported for that event. And we discovered that we had another good hall in this building only for that event. India is holding the 4th World AI Summit in February in India. It had been held in 3 other countries, I think China, Paris and something else, UK, US. And 4th one is in India in February. And the ministry is ensuring that SAU will have a good part of that. That's great. We have signed an MOU with STPI with a promise, maybe my trying to be more influencing my students type of colleagues there. That Center for Excellence of STPI, which they have about 70 in the country, the one at SAU will be the best in the country. That they have promised. And now, after the event day before yesterday, we have even tried to talk informally. Let it be the best in the country and let it also be focused on AI. Now, our BTech course is focused on AI. If this center is also focused on AI, I think this university will have one visible niche in AI, which could be a great thing for the future. And we should continue to work in that direction. We will work with them for another month or so to make sure how SAU can get more mileage in that summit. And that summit is important for us because the theme which the India has chosen for that summit is impact of AI. And impact of AI in SAARC region, which is about 25% of the world's population. So if you study the impact in SAARC, you have almost studied the impact in the whole world. That's the beauty of this theme. And we are working in that direction. I hope very soon we'll be able to get good results. Thanks to engineering team once again. Our sports ground, I think, is getting ready very soon. It's almost ready. For providing facilities to the students. Whatever students I've talked to, they are very happy with the facilities we are giving. Well, students are students. At times there would be some small ripples here and there, which is a part of life. I remember when we were doing MTech as teachers, our mathematics teacher who was teaching us, he says, आप लोग नहीं सीख पाओगे. मैं कहा क्यों? कि आप शोर ही नहीं मचाते, आप कोई लड़ाई झगड़ा नहीं करते. तो unless you have students type of attributes, you will not become good learners. He said that in very lighter vein. But what I'm trying to say is, students have certain class attributes. And that will remain to some extent, and that's an essential part of student life to some extent. Only thing is we have to learn to provide guidelines to them, guide rails to them, and make sure that they are guided not only in academics but also in behavior part of it. As a chairman, National Board of Accreditation, we follow what we call as an international accord. And I remember one line very beautifully. He says an institution should be accredited. It's a Washington Accord, which is an MOU for 25 countries, where you find that the graduates of the institution are proficient in knowledge, skills, attitude, behavior. Now, we sometimes feel knowledge is the only thing for the university to take care of. Now, with some fresh air, skills have come to occupy a space, but attitude and behavior is still not being talked about in the same seriousness which is expected for a real graduate to be produced. I would request, expect and suggest my colleagues to ensure that while knowledge and skills remains our focal areas, attitude and behavior is equally important for us to help imbibe in the students for their welfare and for our satisfaction. That's important, but we will continue to do that further. Friends, I've been always saying experimentation in academics should never be given a go by. We might make some wrong experiments, we might make some good experiments, but if you look to any best university in the world, they do some very, very innovative things. Some of them succeed, some of them don't succeed. But if creativity and innovation is not attempted in the universities, there is no place in the world where it can be attempted to. And therefore, we should be open to this. And I assure you, any new idea, we will give it a fair trial and see whatever happens. And my personal belief is, once we give a fair trial, most of the things succeed. Flexibility is the name of the game in education now, all over the world. Multidisciplinarity is being insisted. I'm sorry, pardon me if I, despite my best efforts, our multidisciplinarity acceptance is still very low. We should go more high on this. I was quoting other day, I think there was a professor from USA who had visited mathematics department. He came to meet me and we were discussing. You go to any foreign university, particularly US, the first 4-year first degree course is so general. During the first year, students do not even know what they are here for. And in many cases, after the first year, the student and the faculty advisor decides whether, well, law will be okay for you, or engineering will be okay for you, or science will be okay for you. That's the kind of flexibility we have. In the first year, they will ask you to take any 10 courses out of 1,000. We may not be able to go to that extent, but at least 10 out of 20 we can attempt. 10 out of 15 we can attempt. So unless we go little bit beyond us, why I'm saying that is that this university has a very ideal environment for experimentation. You do not need UGC to approve it, AICT to approve it, government to approve it for experimentation. And if this university resists experimentation, what can we expect of other universities in the country? We should try. And what is failure in experimentation in education? There's nothing like failure. If you introduce a course and that course doesn't work out, don't offer it next year. Heavens are not going to fall. And this fact that I can teach these 2 courses and therefore these 2 courses must remain, I think is the greatest sin which a teacher can commit. Because I learned these 2 courses 40 years ago. They are very important. Yes, they were very important at that point of time. Are they very important even after 40 years? That's a question mark which you must start asking yourself honestly. And I was reading an article, I think yesterday. He says, don't teach the syllabus, teach the child. Sentence is very important. Don't teach the syllabus, teach the child. And therefore, every child has different requirements. It's just like a patient and a doctor. A doctor does not give you medicine only after listening to the symptoms. He or she goes in great detail to decide the individual treatment. And in the biotechnology conference, Dr. Serene was here. We were talking now not only of individualized medicine, we were talking of precision medicine for each patient. Similarly, ultimately, it has to be precision education for each student. Each student is cut differently. Now, you will ask, how is it possible? Yes, it is difficult. That is why we went to this classroom model of education, which was never there. If some of you recall, our Gurukuls never had classrooms. You learned while being with the family. That was the method to learn. But that model is not possible today. But that model is again possible today, partially because now technology makes you work that way. In one of my convocations, I said, today we can have technology-assisted Gurukuls, where the Gurukul can still be 1,000 students, But every student can have slightly different education because of the online education. Somebody may have course ABC, somebody may have BCD, and so on and so forth. Because now classroom management, timetable management will be much easier because if the course is available online. So I am not suggesting we must change everything in one go, but we must be open to change. And we must attend to real life problems. In the campus last year, there was an unfortunate incident involving a student. And when I went back, it was purely a sociology problem of the family of the student, which caused all these ruptures. And I did not find my sociology department to at least look into this. What is our sociology studies PhDs doing if I can't look at the sociology aspects of a student of mine who is impacted by the family sociology? Could it not be even a small project and things like that, which could help? Not we suffered what we suffered, but could help many other cases. So unless the universities connect, we are an international university. We should remain an international university, but that does not mean we should not connect to the ground. We should not connect to the ground realities. The other day, I went to the computer department for a few minutes, and I was happy that the BTech first year students are at least thinking of how to improve the canteen better, how to improve the mess better, how to use computational techniques for transport management and things like that. So being international and still connecting to the local issues, that is the name of the game which every good institution should play. It's in this country where we adopted a culture, लोकल पॉलिटिशियन दूर रहे क्योंकि वो थोड़ा पॉलिटिशियंस का भी अलग हिसाब था. बट mayor of the town is always on the board of every university in the world, any good university in the world, because local problems must be attended to by the universities. Harvard has the mayor of the town, Berkeley has the mayor of the town on the governing board, because they say, okay, tell us the local problems and we will use all our resources to attend to that. So my dear friends, we should next year be much more open to these things. Many of my colleagues will sometimes tell me, sir, don't worry. It's only one case once a while. I have been a student of quality. We had worked out if doctors write 99.999% prescriptions correctly, still 1 million more patients will die in the world if they make just 0.001% mistakes. If your flights land up correctly 99.999% times, still there will be 1,000 plane crashes every day in the world. So there are situations where 99.999 is not good enough. You have to be 100. And there are situations where 50 is good enough. You win an election, you rule the country with 30% votes. That's also a system. So depending upon what you're trying to do, what is your outcome based on what the decision is taking, the percentages always don't work the same way. At times you have to have consensus. At times you have to respect the hierarchies. At times you have to have the team together and take decisions. At times you have to obey the seniors. At times you have to obey the administration. I cannot give you a formula for that. And at times you may be able to change the administration's viewpoint, which you have a right to do that. So all these models will be applicable at different times, different situations, and all are correct. Don't tell me सर कल तो आप ये कह रहे थे, आज ये कह रहे हैं. This is possible. I've been seeing many a times a problem may have a solution on Monday and a different solution on Tuesday. And there's nothing wrong in it. The management science subscribes to it. It's valid. And we should be accepting that. I will only like to request you for one or two small points which I have observed here for last 2 years. Incidentally, when I talk to you on New Year Day, it's almost my appraisal because I've just completed 2 years and 5 days. So I almost reflect on myself also. But then today I'm happy that at least when we were in school, 40% used to be pass marks. So I've achieved 40% time already. So I passed the test of being president here. But much way to go. The one or two issues which I thought I'll flag is there has to be a finality to the decisions. What I have seen many times here is we take a decision, then another person will come, okay, we'll review it, then another will come, we'll review it, then one of the first two will come, sir, I agreed in the meeting for this, I could not speak in the meeting, but really speaking it should be this way. I would like you to tell the president what to do in such situations. Otherwise, I keep on attending to the same problem for so many times. And that is, to say the least, wasting time. And choice is yours. Where do you want my time to be spent on? I like you to maybe, you can have a session without myself being there, without my senior colleagues also being there, but please also decide out of 24 hours how much time president should spend on what. Because if we make the time spent on trivialities, then sometimes big things get lost. And that is not desirable for the institution. And what I say is correct. Rest I am not prepared to listen to. That will never help you in life. That will never help you grow the way the world is growing, the way the world is growing, the way the systems are growing. We have to have collective wisdom to deliver the things. We all teach team working in this management as a subject. I still remember when I was in IP University, I was making selections for the management faculty, my first selections in the management faculty. And one young girl at that time looking for her first job, we were talking about team working and all that. I still remember the sentence, I think it's after 25 years. She said, sir, it's the unity of purpose which is important, unanimity of views is not. I repeat, it's the unity of purpose which is important, not the unanimity of views. So I thought I'll reiterate this sentence after 25 years. There is no possibility of having unanimity of views all the time on everything, but unity of purpose. If SAU is my purpose, my decision is never wrong. If SAU is your purpose, your views are never wrong. Well, if 10 people have the views, somebody has to take a decision. And that decision is never wrong. And administrative decisions are always tested over a period of time. These are not chemical reaction. आज reaction किया, ये result ठीक आ गया, कल ठीक आया कि नहीं आया. It doesn't happen that way. It's a very, very long-term effect. So my only request is, if you are a part of SAU family, a very distinguished part of a very distinguished university, you should be proud of it. And whatever you think, whatever you do, you should keep in mind that SAU is my organization. I'm thinking to the best of my capacity, to the best of my views in the interest of SAU, and thereafter whatever decision is being taken is in the best interest of SAU. Rest will be decided either by God or by history. मैं तो हमेशा कहता हूँ, या इतिहास बताता है या भगवान बताता है कि डिसीजन ठीक थे या गलत थे. डिसीजंस का कोई लिटमस टेस्ट अभी तक नहीं आया जो एकदम बता दे. तो keeping these things in view, why I am trying to say is because when we are trying to grow faster, the challenges also increase. And when the challenges increase, numbers increase. When the numbers increase, issues increase. We have more teachers, we have more students. We know pretty well that we don't have the hostels. We know pretty well that having more number of students will have more problems on the campus. But still, is that a solution not to do that? Is that a solution not to grow the university because the hostels are taking time? No. We will. In the process, we will have problems. We will have issues. Professor Senthil mentioned about IP University. I only said it's in. I will just relate an anecdote of IP University. There was an SHO who was looking after IP University and also DU because both were in the same area at that time. When he got retired, he was leaving. He came for a courtesy call. I said, Hoshiar Singh ji, what is your view about IP University? He says, साहब आपके यहाँ सब ठीक है. मैं क्यों? कहता आपका एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन सख्त है. मैं कहा मैं तो किसी से ऊंचा बोलता ही नहीं, एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन सख्त कैसी है? कि सर ये बात नहीं है. मैं क्या बात है फिर? क्या जी 2 बालक लड़ें, 4 टीचर पता नहीं कहाँ से आ जाए. जब 2 बालक लड़ें, 4 टीचर कहाँ से आ जाए तो लड़ाई आगे कैसे बढ़े? Professor Senthil, that was in IP. I want to see that in SAU. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Honorable President, sir. We are feeling so extremely blissful after your speech, your word of wisdom, your thoughts. We have a roadmap now to follow a year throughout. It is time for the vote of thanks. However, आपके कहने के बाद कुछ भी कहना महत्वपूर्ण नहीं रह जाता. धन्यवाद प्रस्ताव के क्रम में मैं ऑनरेबल प्रेसिडेंट साहब आपका बहुत धन्यवाद इस साउ फैमिली की तरफ से, साउ एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन की तरफ से आपका बहुत बहुत हृदय की सीमाओं से आभार और अभिनंदन करता हूं. इतना समय, इतना पाथे और इतना मार्गदर्शन हम सभी के मध्य में रखने के लिए. प्रोफेसर चतुर्वेदी सर, प्रोफेसर जैन सर, रजिस्ट्रार सर, ऑनरेबल डायस, आपका बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद. मलेशिया सर, learned deans of respective domains, departments, senior faculty members, head of departments, KDL sir, चाहर जी, हॉर्टिकल्चर, हाउसकीपिंग और साउथ एशियन यूनिवर्सिटी परिवार के सभी हीरे मोती जैसे मेंबर्स and every organic unit who wholeheartedly work for this event, making it successful. कल एक शाम को छोटी बच्ची खेलते हुए मिली और सर आपकी ही टीचिंग्स, आपकी ब्लेसिंग्स और यहाँ आकर जो फील किया, मैंने उससे कहा बच्चे SAU का मतलब है सबसे अच्छी यूनिवर्सिटी, सबसे अलग यूनिवर्सिटी. इससे पहले महोदय मैं आपसे अनुमति लेकर के मे आई इनवाइट द लर्नड ऑडियंस फॉर द लंच. थैंक यू सो मच. एक छोटी सी कहावत के साथ में आपको आने वाला समय, ये साल कैसा बीते, हमारा आपका साथ रहे. कम्युनिकेशन के बारे में बताया गया है कि बातचीत करते रहना है, एक दूसरे से अपने एक्सपीरियंस शेयर करते रहना है. हम कुछ बातें करें, आने वाला कल आज से बेहतर हो. और मैं ऑनरेबल प्रेसिडेंट सर, आपके गुड ऑफिस, आपके कलीग्स, सबके लिए एक छोटी सी नजर पेश करता हूं सर. कि आने वाला साल कैसा हो, कि वो चाल चल कि उम्र खुशी से कटे तेरी, वो चाल चल कि उम्र खुशी से कटे तेरी, वो काम कर कि याद तुझे सब किया करें, वो चाल चल कि उम्र खुशी से कटे तेरी, वो काम कर कि याद तुझे सब किया करें, गर तेरा चर्चा हो तो हो जिक्र खैर ही, गर नाम तेरा लें तो अदब से लिया करें। आइए, a sumptuous lunch is waiting for us. We shall be a part of this sumptuous lunch. आइए दस्तरखान पर आपसे मिलते हैं। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।